Good morning, children. You all know that yesterday we had started with Geography Chapter 6, that is Agriculture and Types of Farming, whereby you might have got acquainted with the fact that farming is largely dependent upon the geographical conditions or factors that include climate, soil, relief, etc., as also upon the demand of produce, labor, and the level of cultural development and technological advancement. Now, today in this video, we are going to discuss about the different types of farming. So long as the types of farming is concerned, it is broadly divided under two categories. The first is subsistence farming, which includes intensive subsistence agriculture and primitive subsistence farming or agriculture. Primitive subsistence agriculture also contains two types of farming or agricultural activities, namely shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. The next type of farming is commercial farming. This is further classified under the heads like extensive commercial agriculture, plantation farming, mixed farming, dairy farming, cooperative farming, and collective farming. Let us begin understanding about the first major categorization of farming, namely subsistence farming, which basically are the practices to meet the needs of the farmer's family and requires the employment of less technology and labor. Now, children, we will start learning about intensive subsistence agriculture or farming. So, nearly 30% of the world's cultivated land is occupied by this kind of agriculture known as the intensive subsistence agriculture, which is basically practiced in areas or in regions receiving or having monsoon type of climate with high temperature and heavy rainfall. It is premised on the notion or the objective of obtaining the maximum possible benefit or profit from the land by utilizing every bit of it. In intensive subsistence farming, a farmer cultivates the crops in plots of land that are comparatively and usually small. And it is due to this reason that it is not practically possible to use the machines in such smaller plot of land. Also, the inputs like organic manures, night soil, animal dung, etc. are very helpful in maintaining the fertility of the soil. Irrigation also plays a very crucial role in increasing the overall productivity. The various methods of farming, like crop rotation, also help in facilitating the balance of nutrients in the soil. The intensive subsistence agriculture or farming is also referred to as sedentary agriculture. Reason is that the farmers, they can settle permanently in the smaller plots of land and cultivate or keep on cultivating the same plot of land year after year. Rice is the main crop that is produced by intensive subsistence farming, and other crops include wheat, millets, sugarcane, oilseeds, cotton, jute, etc. Children, various methods are being employed for increasing or raising the crop production and also for increasing the productivity of land, which include using or use of high yielding variety of seeds that are being planted. Fertilizers are provided along with green manure, irrigation, and use of modernized farm machines. But owing to the fact that these inputs are often unplanned and used excessively, they have rather adversely affected the fertility of the soil. Children, we will now understand about the primitive subsistence agriculture or farming, which is basically of two types, namely shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. So long as shifting cultivation is concerned, it falls or comes under the ambit, or rather is referred to as primitive subsistence agriculture or farming, due to the fact that it is basically meant for local producers only. In shifting cultivation, the plants and trees in the forests are first cut and then burnt in order to provide a clearance of forest and to obtain the ash, which in turn provides the fertility to the soil. Shifting cultivation is a process in which the same piece of land is cultivated continuously for 2 to 3 years so that it might lose its fertility gradually. After the land loses its fertility, the people leave that particular plot or area of land and continue the same process in another such piece of land. The crops that are mainly grown include maize manioc or tapioca, sweet potatoes, cassava, and beet roots. The primitive subsistence agriculture or farming, namely shifting cultivation, is also known by different names across the world, like ladang in Malaysia, ray in Vietnam, milpa in Mexico, roca in Brazil, and mazole in Zaire Basin. In India also, there are different names attributed to shifting cultivation or primitive subsistence farming. Like it is known as jhum cultivation in northeastern parts of India, that is in Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Manipur. Bewar in Madhya Pradesh, Penda in Andhra Pradesh, and Kumari in Western Ghats. Nowadays, or so long as the present day situation is concerned, shifting cultivation is largely discouraged as it leads to deforestation and soil erosion. It is also referred to as slash and burn cultivation. The next type of primitive subsistence agriculture or farming is nomadic herding, in which the herdsmen move from place to place with their animals, which include sheep, yak, and goats, for the sake of obtaining fodder and water. They sell their milk and flesh in market and get things for their survival. Okay children, now we will continue with the second type of farming, namely the commercial farming, along with its type in the next video. Thank you.